Well, I figured I might as well come out and do a video. I had the pool people out here recently, and he had to reprogram some stuff, and then the spa, whenever you turn on spa mode, it would drain. So they had to come back out. So he was just out here this morning, and so I was out here just double checking, make sure it works right. The pool heat works, the spa heat works when I switched the button on the phone app and all that. And looks like so far so good. So little Ian's upstairs sleeping, and figured it's kind of nice outside right now. It's pretty good weather, and might as well do a video. I noticed I missed a phone call from Pete, my buddy Pete, Michelle Whitedove's friend, nice, a mutual friend. I was gonna say acquaintance. No, he's not an acquaintance. We're friends, and I was like, oh, he left a message. He's just like, hey man, just thought I'd call you real quick. Theta's moving up real nice. White Dove's had been telling us that she doesn't think we're going to see these like sub 10-cent prices for Theta ever again. When it got down to 5, 6, 7. And he told me that a little while ago too, but he was kind of repeating it. And he's like, yeah, Theta's moving again. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'm just listening to those voicemails. So I thought, well, after this guy leaves and get Ian sleep, let me take a little peek on the old Blockfolio app and see what we got going on Theta. Whoa, 26 cents. It hit 26 today, and currently it's at 24 cents. And again, when she told me about that through Pete, and it wasn't her telling me, it was Pete telling me, hey Joe, I know the psychic lady. She's like a world-renowned psychic, like top person, And again, the whole story, she won the TV show in 2007. She found a guy buried in the desert, then found a guy in the back of a car, and then some other challenges she won. She beat everybody. And I was like, oh, I remember watching that show. That's her? You know her? He's like, yeah, I get a reading from her once, twice a year for the last 7, 8 years. And he goes, dude, I'm just going to tell you. Me personally, she tells me stuff, and I'm like, okay. And then it happens. He's like, she's just unbelievable. He goes, for me personally, man, my reading's unbelievable. Never missed a thing. I'm like, oh, interesting. And of course, that was the conversation. Well, what's up? She says there's some kind of coin called Theta. I don't know what it is. I went and looked at it, some kind of video streaming thing. Can you look at it? She wants to get some. I want to get some. And you're the guy to do it. I'm like, well, all right, let me go look. And again, I hate to keep repeating this every single time Theta makes a move, but I'm getting quite a few more Patreon people. I'm getting... even in YouTube, just people, okay, crypto, I want to get ETN, I want to get Theta, Digibuy, how do I do this, Joe? And I'm like, well, I do have a Crypto 101 video that I have on the Cryptos class website for everybody else, but if you're a Patreon member, yeah, typically, and I posted it a long time ago on Patreon, but if someone's a Patreon member, and they message me, I'm like, here's the link, it's an unlisted video, and I just, I gave it to them because they're obviously a Patreon, but anyway, so I got a few of those today, and I thought, oh, okay, here's the video. And so one person had mentioned, Joe, end of the month, your woo-woo dude, ETN, Electronium, it's had a nice sell-off here. It was down like 20% or something. Is that normal? I'm like, well, yeah, it's absolutely normal in any crypto, always, because none of these are immune to that. This is the crypto market. So that's that. So I said, but keep in mind, he said, Joe, I think whatever this coin is I'm talking about, I don't know which one it is, my woo-woo dude, I think it's up today. It's one of the ones that's up today. So I looked at the market again, and I said, well, ETN's up pretty decently. It's not, it's up whatever it was, 12% at the time. And by the end of the day, it was up like 30% or something. Or no. I swear it was up way higher. It may have been like 80 or 90%, actually. It was huge on that same day by the end of the day. And then, but... I think Theta was also up, and maybe one other one. I don't know if it was Digibyte at that time, but I felt like there was 3. It was ETN, I think Theta, and then maybe one other. So I'm like, And then when I saw by the end of the day, holy crap, did ETN run up? Like, my goodness. However, now today, Theta's running up, ETN's down. It's up like 20-something% Theta in a day. That's not common for Theta. And again, I'm happy to see it because, like I said, once he reached out to me and told me about this thing, Theta, through Michelle Whitedove, I said, oh, she lives in Florida? I've got some Nano Ledger hardware wallets. I know they're completely new to this. Dude, I'll come to their house. I'll bring it to them. I've got one for her, her assistant, Shantae, and her husband. I got 3 of them. And I'll set them all up. I'll get y'all hooked up. And I'm going to throw some Theta on them for fun. Just for this information. That's how appreciative I am. And I did exactly that. They cooked me some meat, and I brought my family. They cooked the steak and lobster at their house. It was so cool, man. And she was, well, they all told me she can call in dolphins. No joke. She can call them in. And I'm like, really? And they were telling me a few stories, and Shantae was telling me some stories where she had done it, like right off the balcony of somebody. It was kind of a wealthy person, I think they said, and it was like a 2-story balcony on the water, and they were like, oh, come on, you know. So there goes Michelle White Dove, does her thing, sound effect. I'm sure she did that too. And the dolphins came, and they were all telling me about it, and some other places she had gone, and some haunted places and things. It was kind of neat to hear. But so I'm like, yeah, I'm hooking them up. No way am I not. So I personally went overboard on Theta, and I did most of my overboardness, if you will, right then and there around that same time frame. 12 cents, bought some more at 13 cents. It dropped down to 11 cents, bought some more then. And that was my big part of my bag at that point, especially with Theta. That was a big purchase. And then again, it went up some more. I think it hit 18 cents. I bought a little bit more, came back down, bought a little bit more. I don't know. I think I did get some Theta when it was sub 10 also, because I think I was telling my Patreon, I was like, I think there's a trade coming up potentially for Theta. I don't want to use my bag, so I'll just buy some more. So I bought some more to do the trade, but then we're like, no, we're waiting, it's not happening. I said, I'm not getting out of it. I'm just going to put it in my bag, my main bag, just add to it, and I left it over there. And I refuse to do it now. I feel like I just don't want to play with Theta. That's the one that I just feel like I can't never play with. If it goes down, just buy some more. I don't know why I'm like that with that one and only coin. But again, it's hit 26 cents today. Every time that, again, in my mind, I don't know about you guys, we're all different with what we have. But a penny move, 1 cent move to me is significant. Like, you look at it and you're like, oh, let me just pull out the calculator. What would one more penny be? Oh my God, that much? I just made that much if it goes up 1 cent? Jesus. And that's the thing about getting in these cryptos when they're really, really cheap. And again, ETN, Penny Kelly gave us that. But in all fairness, my woo-woo friend, that's on her price box charts that she gave us last year. And there's some really good numbers coming for ETN if she's going to be correct. And I think she's going to be. Will it be this year? Again, timing is very difficult for them to get timing. But looking at her charts, we've been looking at lately, she redid them and said, look, this is from last year. This kind of the same for what's happened now. It's just that we thought, oh, it would be monthly. She goes, it's kind of like it's a year long. And I thought, oh, this would be like next month or the month after. But if you look at it at a year length, gosh, look at how much it tracked Bitcoin. I'm like, wow, you're right. That's pretty interesting. And then these, she's talking about these moves with Redcoin coming. We had these huge run-ups with Redcoin here recently. So I thought, well, maybe she's onto something. But again, if you're just holding these, hodling, there's no real risk. Other than, if you were out when it was high and then got back in when it was low, you now own more without dipping in your bank account. But again, if you're not really concerned about that and you're just going to say, look, I've got enough that when the big numbers come, when Digibyte is dollars, Theta is tens of dollars even, that's when I'm going to get out. And again, to remind you on Theta, as ridiculous as it sounds, but before you laugh and go, oh, come on, just wait a second. I'm going to save you from a little bit of egg on the face potentially. So don't even make the comment yet, all right? She said, White Dove, $1,000 or more dollars. Thousands. So over 1,000 for Theta. And we're like, and I'm like pestering her. I think it was percent. No. I heard dollars. Could it be pennies? 1,000? Why would Spirit give it to you in 1,000? No, it was dollars. Okay. Well, do you think it knows dollars? What if it knows dollars? I heard dollars. All right. I'm pestering her. I mean, she wasn't saying that to me, but like that. But she was just like, no, I'm sure. Dollars, I'm telling you. No, I heard dollars. Spirit was very clear. Dollars. All right. Because it's absurd. $1,000 for something that's 12 cents, 13 cents. However, and again, this is why I said don't say nothing yet. Don't do it. I'm going to save you some egg on the face. Was Litecoin ever pennies? Yes, it was. Did it get to $402 $20-ish on Coinbase? Yes, it did. Not quite 1,000, but almost half of 1,000. $500 would have been half 1,000. It was pennies. How about your favorite Bitcoin? Well, favorite as in, it may not actually be your favorite, but our favorite one that started this whole game was Bitcoin. It was the first one. Was it pennies? Sure as hell was. Did it get to 1,000 or more? Absolutely. It's almost 10K right now. All-time high 20K. It just needs to double from where it's at. So that's 10 times 1,000, 10,000. It was pennies. So how about Ethereum? Yes, another one. Ethereum was pennies. It did get into the thousands. I think the all-time high was 1,400 or so. So I see movement in the house. Oh, it's almost noon. Oh, no wonder what it is. The freaking kids are getting up now. And we've been putting to bed early. Like, all right, guys, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's time to start wrapping it up. You know, get off your laptops and all that stuff. And they still sleep in, you know. But I remember when I was a teenager, you know, I thought, well, yeah, I'd sleep into 1, 2 o'clock sometimes. You know, but, you know, it's all good. You homeschool, they do their work. You know, it's fine. You don't have to have this strict schedule of school. Wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go down to the bus station. Jabroni. No thanks. So, anyways, Theta can easily, because of the other 3 examples I just gave you, do the same thing. Why can't it? I'll go further with you. And this is no bashing on any of them. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. You could argue, at least with Ethereum, well, it has the smart contract. It does, you know, does something unique. Whereas Litecoin, and I got some Litecoin. I didn't get rid of all my Litecoin. I've got some Litecoin. I have a decent amount. But what does it actually do? Medium of exchange, kind of. All right. Well, Bitcoin is too slow for that. But what does it do? Well, it kind of acts like the gold, like a pile of gold. Okay, that's it. Theta is taking content delivery, streaming, video, all that storage to the next level, and then another one on top of 2 levels. It's skipping by one, as a matter of fact. We're skipping that one. We're going up 2 more levels. We're going up 3 levels. We are going to change the entire landscape of content delivery. Boom. And there's no real competitor to them. That's why. Just like Amazon. Oh, who's going to be buying stuff online and shipping it to your house? Oh, it's dumb. Just go to the store, man. Now everybody buys everything online practically. You barely go to the store. Oh, I need groceries. I'll go there for that. Okay. Everything else, I'll just have it shipped to my freaking front door. In 2-day service from Amazon. That's why their $2 share price stock went to $2,000. I don't even know where it's at today. It's probably up even higher. But it was $1,700, $1,800, $19,000, $2,000, whatever the hell it's at today. That's why that happened. Don't sleep on Theta. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you're probably not. Because I've been talking about it ever since it was given to me, as far as the intel from White Dove and Pete, approximately February or March. I think it was late, sometime in February we heard about it. March, I think I did a video interview with her for the first time or something, and we kind of made it public. There was no Patreon back then. I didn't start Patreon then. So, yeah, this thing can go way up. And it's $0.25 right now. It's 25 cents. If it does a 4x, it's $1. And again, I don't know how much you got, but I know how much I got. And I'm thinking right now $1. Make me real happy. Even then, I would not even kind of cash out all my Theta, because it's going to be dollars, tens of dollars, and again, hundreds of dollars at some point, in our opinion, but whatever, and then maybe thousands. And I do say maybe, but honestly, it's probably going to happen. So I told her, she wants to start an orphanage for like kids who need to be in an orphanage, and like a psychic, school for kids. She wants to set that up, and I thought, I'm gonna buy a lot of these. I'm gonna need a lot of them, because I'm gonna help her do that one day. I'm gonna help her build that school. And I had a few other people. Joe, we're just as thankful as you, man. We jumped into Theta too. When that day comes, man, we want to pitch in. We want to help. All right. When that day comes, I'll let everybody know. But I wasn't banking on anybody else, where I need to ask other people. I was like, no, I'm gonna be able to do this myself. And if she's giving prices like this, I'm thinking even at $100, okay, even at $100, I could easily make that happen in Epic. I wouldn't even need $100 to be honest with you. But anyway, so that's why I did what I did, and I just sit on it and I look at the price up every penny. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my gosh, another penny, oh my gosh. Like, it's stupid numbers when you have a lot of them, and they're, you know, a penny means a lot. Like normally a penny, like imagine if silver went up a penny. Oh, $17. Oh, it went up a cent. Oh, yeah, silver's $17. Silver's not 17 cents, and you could buy a lot of silver, and then when it goes up a penny or two, you're like, oh wow, that's nice. No, it doesn't work that way in the world of silver, or gold for that matter, because it's too expensive. And I think that's also why you're going to see a lot of these coins like ETN, Digibyte, that are very tiny in price right now, very low priced. People are going to say, why would I want to buy a full Bitcoin or even a partial? Like, if I'm going to spend $1,000, I only get a fraction of one. Man, how many Digibyte can I get for that? How many Theta can I get for that? How many ETN can I get for that? Oh, I can get thousands? Well, that sounds better to me. And then they're just going to do it. And you're going to see some of these coins, honestly, that may not have anything behind them, like, doing possibly quite well. Because of the factor of, I can get a lot of them for a little bit of money. And again, it's just a numbers thing for people. That's all we, this is the big number. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. People look at this like penny stocks sometime, and if one of them hits, I'm good. And it's true. And the good news is, you got quite a few selection, and honestly, quite a few of them will probably hit. You don't have to wait for just one. So, anyways, I'll just end this video. Theta looking real good. I want to see it, I can't wait for it to hit 50 cents, 75 cents. Oh my God, it got to $1 now. I can't wait. And I'll end this video with one thing that Michelle White Dove told us not too long ago. I mean, it was a while ago, but kind of out of the norm. And people, how do you see this thing getting to $1,000, or what's that going to look like? It's going to run up one day? She goes, no. What I see, she goes, just for timing purposes, just to make this make sense. She goes, just picture it this way. Even though it may not run exactly like this timing, of course, but just so it makes easy sense. She goes, picture a year goes by, and it's 10 cents. End of the year, oh my gosh, I made it to $1. 10 times 10. It's going to do 10x, then it's going to do another 10x, and another 10x. She goes, that's what I see happening. So, oh my gosh, it's $1 now. And then another period of time goes by, let's just say another year. Oh wow, it did another 10x. That dollar is now $10. Holy cow, it did it again another year later. That $10 coin, Theta, did another 10x, 10 times 10, $100. And what's 100 times 10? 1,000. So she goes, it just needs like 3 or 4 10x's, and we're there. It's done. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. She goes, that's kind of how I see it going. But she said, it doesn't mean it's going to happen in a year, a specific year, or in exactly a year long. She's just saying it'll be like a period of time. It did a 10x within that period of time. And then another similar period of time, it did it again. And then, another one again. Next thing you know, oh my gosh, it's super high. But again, what if it's every 2 years it took? Oh wow, gosh, she initially said it might take 5 years. It actually took 7 total. It took 7 total years for this thing to get running, where it did the 10x stuff. Oh, okay. So 7 years from 2018. Now we're at $500 Theta or something. Come on. And I understand if you're really old, you want it now and you need it now. I feel for you, and I wish, I could flick my magic wand and here you go. But at the same time, if we do that, if I had that capability, all the new people who need to get into this right now and in the coming months even, they'd be getting out in a massive, huge spike, and they'd be like, oh my God, I'm getting very little for the money I have right now. So for me, I want everybody to win. Everybody to win. All of us who got in a few years ago, we're patiently waiting. Maybe even impatiently, you might argue. But if new people can come on, and we can help other people make it out of this rotten system, do we really need to be greedy right now? Come on, we waited 3 years is long enough, man. 2017, 2018, 20, 3 years, man. We're waiting long enough. And believe me, I've said it a few times. Like, gosh, we've waited 3 years. It's like, come on, let's go already. I've said it too. But in all seriousness, if a bunch more people could get in and ride this wave with us, who cares, man? There's plenty to go around. And in order for the prices of this stuff to go up, you need more people getting in. So let them come in. Let them come in. And then finally, at some point, we're going to see the prices that we say, okay, I'm out. And as I always tell you, never, ever, ever go fully out. Because imagine the day comes where you're out 90%, you only got 10% left, you made a killing, you're like, you're wealthy, you're going to live the rest of your life just fine, you're going to have money for your kids to hand down, everything's good. But you were smart and said, I'm not going to get I'm going to keep 10%. And maybe you hand it off to your kids. Kids don't touch this for 10, 15 years. And the next thing you know, that 90% that you sold, which made you wealthy, that 10% that you held onto, many, 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 many years later, is now worth what your 90% was worth, 15, 20 years ago. Imagine that. I'm not saying I know that'll happen, but because most of these cryptos, they're fixed numbers, there are only so many of them. Inflation has to catch up. So it could happen. And I end you with that. Take care and have a good day.